be permitted, but the public can access this meeting while in progress by Zoom video communications. Members of the public attending this meeting virtually would be allowed to make comments if they wish to do so during the portion of the hearing designated for public comment by telephone, cell phone, or personal computer using Zoom. Guideline for participants: utilize the chat or raised hand function to address the board. Remain on mute until you have been addressed by the board chair, and participants are required to display their first and last names. Per tradition, we'll start with a roll call of present commission members, starting with me. I'm Jim Garrity.
Paul Granville.
Sue Mitra.
Sam Bosley.
And Scott Gear.
Okay, thank you. Okay, the Bolton Conservation Commission will open the public hearing regarding a notice of intent under the provisions of Mass General Law, Chapter 131, Section 40 of the Wetlands Protection Act, and under the Bolton Wetlands Bylaw, Chapter 233, for a notice of intent for 903 Main Street, Map 5B, Parcel 17, DEP file number 112-076, for a proposed replacement of a septic tank and force main within the 100-foot buffer zone in riverfront areas. Is Matt here? Or the applicant here?
On my way in. I'm still waiting.
Walker, I'm the applicant. I'm here, but I am waiting for. There he is. Waiting for Matt Morrow to show up. He's representing me today.
Okay.
Okay, I thought you meant Matt. Matt. Okay, sorry.
No. We'll get to you, Matt, in a little bit. Yeah, no worries. Okay. We'll give Roy. We'll give him a couple minutes. Did he?
Let me just reach out to him now. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no worries.
Jim, while we're waiting for him to join, do we want to move to the next one and then we can always come back?
Yeah, I don't think we can do that. I think we have to do it by time. I'm trying to see if maybe we can tackle something else. Well,
You can tackle 443 Still River Road, which I will excuse myself from, and that it would be to do a continuance on that.
Yeah, I think we have to go in order for all
Okay.
these.
So he's signing on now, gentlemen. My apologies.
Yeah.
He said he's jumping right on now.
No worries. Do you want to let him in, Scott?
I did. He's coming.
Okay, thanks. There's someone else at 10. Okay. Yeah. Hey, Matt.
Hey, sorry about that, guys. I had my wires crossed. I thought it was next week.
Yep, no worries. So this is 903 Main Street. Matt, can you walk us through the project if you could?
Okay, just if you can give me a second so I can pull up the plan. Just bear with me for 1 second. I pull the plan right up. There we go. And I'm assuming I'm able to share my screen?
You can give it a shot.
Great, thank you. And there we go. All right, can you guys see that okay?
Yep.
Okay.
You make it a little bigger, Matt? Yeah, thank you.
How's that?
Better.
Okay, so this actually is a fairly simple project. I believe we've had a DEP number issued already. So what we have here is a septic replacement. We have a 200-foot riverfront area right here. The system itself, the leach field isn't going in. We did have the tanks that are going in. The main comes around. Frontage area by the driveway is where they're going up. There is no, there's no deforestation happening here. There's no trees being removed, etc. We have trees that are over 6 inches in caliper that Mr. Carloni consistently marks here. We have the erosion protection that is normally proposed on projects like this. This line right here is your 50-foot buffer line. So there is no work proposed within 50 feet of a wetland. It's essentially all an existing lawn green space area. Again, there's nothing for trees going on. Bordering vegetated wetland was fairly obvious on the site. That material has been included. Over here where my hand is circling, I don't know if you guys can see my cursor, is the detail on what we normally would use for erosion protection on the site, which is a straw wattle, minimum 8 inches. We won't go below that. I usually recommend 9, but the minimum being 8. That's basically it, gang.
Okay, so Matt, just to be clear, you're not cutting any trees down to put in the leach field?
No, sir.
Okay. And could you move it on the other side of the yard or on the, I guess it would be the eastbound side of the yard, or no?
To do that, you'd actually have to do a lot more grading, a lot more vegetative clearing to do that on that side of the yard. And there's also driveway that's in the way on that section here. The driveway continues down this way, and it moves it closer to the riverfront in the area that you could put it. This actually, while it keeps it in the 100-foot buffer zone, actually keeps it out of the riverfront. So you'd be moving it farther into the buffer zone and into the riverfront, closer to the riverfront that way.
Okay. Okay, thank you. I don't have any other questions. Let me open it up to other commission members.
Just a
questions?
quick question, where is the current system that's being replaced? Just out of curiosity.
The current system, see where box number 1 is, where I am circling with my cursor? That is where the current system is located. So that is being basically abandoned and left in place. So
The existing system is not being removed?
no. From the looks of what I can see on the box outline, and I'm going to try to get this up even more so you guys can see. There we go. How's that better? System is in the back here. See box 1? So here's the tank. This tank will be removed, but this area in the back here will be left in place because essentially it's within the 50-foot buffer. So the whole thing is to basically leave it alone, remove the tank, put in new tankage, and go out here.
Okay. And the new tank is almost in the same place as the old tank.
Yeah, it's actually tucked a little bit over this to
Yeah.
my cursor is waving a little bit more.
Okay. And all the area that is being worked on is lawn today?
That is correct.
Good. You don't happen to have an aerial photo of this, do you?
I don't, but I actually, if you want to give me a second, I'll pull up my NOI package.
Jim, while he's doing that, I have a question on the notes from Lauren. The recommendation is for the old septic system to be removed in full.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with why that is?
No, so I'm reading that right now. So I think the way I kind of read this, you're not going to touch the leach field, right? I mean, that's just is right. But for the tank, if you're going to pull out the tank, I would recommend filling it in and then in vegetating it. That's how I'm reading that.
Okay, I'm actually gonna have to pull up an ortho. My NOI, I usually do an ortho on that one. I just did the Mass GIS map. So give me 1 sec. And again, I really apologize. I had you guys written down for the 9th, so that's my fault. And I appreciate you giving me a couple of seconds of waiting here.
Jim, I got a follow-up question.
Sure.
Apologize, everybody. Being the new guy, I'm still learning terminologies and things like that. In the note, it does say shall be, and that's a very intentional use of the word shall, which implies to me that it's supposed to be removed. But you're getting the feeling from you that that is not the case.
No, not for the leach
Okay.
field. I wouldn't take it, because then
Well,
you're,
not for the leach field, but I'm saying the existing system,
well, this,
which
so
would
the
be the
system,
old tanks.
yeah, it's the tank and to me, the system
The
is a
tank's
tank
gonna-
and a leach field, right? So the
Yeah.
tank's gonna come out, Matt, right? And you're
Yeah.
gonna remove the tank, and then you're gonna fill it in, and then you're gonna put seed on it, right?
That's correct. The tanks have to be removed because they're no good, and
Yeah.
we're replacing them with new tanks.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys can see the screen that I have up now.
Yep.
So here is 903 Main. The leach field is going here. The tanks are going. It's all line.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah.
good.
And the existing leach field is in the back of the property, towards the resource signal.
That's correct.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay. Okay. Does anyone else have any questions? Okay, any members of the? Sorry, someone trying to talk?
I
Hello?
think there's a bit of an echo, Jim.
Is it me echoing? Okay, any members of the public here to comment on this project? Okay, seeing none. Okay, so let me just go through here, Matt. There's going to be some conditions here, if the board approves here. Okay, I'd like to make a motion to close the public hearing for 903 Main Street, map 5B, parcel 17, DEP file 112-0765. Do I hear a second to closing the hearing?
Second.
All those in favor say aye, starting with Scott,
Aye.
Sue,
Aye.
Sam,
Aye.
Paul.
Aye.
I am an aye as well. I'd like to make a motion. Let me see here. That we issue an order of conditions for 903 Main Street, map 5B, parcel 17, DEP file number 112-0765 with the following conditions: erosion and sediment controls along established limit of work. Temporary stockpile of material shall be located within paved surfaces or lawn area towards the south side of the property. Area atop the system shall be maintained as meadow seeded with conservation mix or native flower mix. Mowing on an annual basis only to reduce woody vegetation. Maintain a 30-foot no disturb area on the site. And the existing tanks shall be removed in full and then restored with a conservation mix native vegetation. Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye, starting with Scott,
Aye.
Sue,
Aye.
Sam,
Aye.
Paul.
Aye.
I am an aye as well. Okay, thanks, Matt.
Thank you very much, guys.
Okay.
I've got another meeting I have to do at 7:30. I just wanted to let you guys know on 30 North Road. I do have a registered professional engineer that is in the middle of drawing up a plan. The wetlands were demarcated. He knows basically what you guys are looking for. So he's in the middle of drawing those up. He just hasn't completed his drawings yet, but they are on the way. And I
Okay.
just want to update you guys really quick.
Okay, thanks. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Up next, the Bolton Conservation Commission will open the public hearing regarding a notice of intent under provisions of Mass General Law, Chapter 131, Section 40 of the Wetlands Protection Act, and under the Bolton Wetlands Bylaw, Chapter 233, for request for an amendment to order of conditions for 98 Berlin Road. Is the applicant or a representative here?
I'm here. Jack from Dillis and Roy.
Hey, Jack.
How you doing?
Good. Can you walk us through the project, please?
Yeah, can I do I have ability to share screen?
You do.
Okay, can everybody see this?
Yep.
So this was a project that we permitted, I believe it was last year. We want to amend the order. And let me zoom in a little bit here. So the septic system and the wall have been in place for quite some time. And the well, if you remember, is actually inside the house with the well pump inside the house. Letty wanted to install a new drilled well out here in this area where this blue dot is. And then it's within 100 feet, obviously. We replaced the wall here last year as part of that filing. We have not closed it out yet. Letty wanted to wait and make sure everything was all set before doing that, and so he wanted to drill a new well and have a new water supply for the house. So that brings us here. So we'd like to reopen the hearing and have this part of it, and then once it's drilled and everything is stabilized and reseeded, next year we'll be in front of you to close this project out. The old well will be dismantled as per the Bolton Board of Health regulations. New well will be drilled. I do have a erosion control barrier placed in yellow here with a slurry pit just behind the well to protect anything that may head over towards the wetland area. All the other components that are in yellow, again, have been in place and as built and have been signed off by the Board of Health at this point. And that's it.
Okay. How close is the well to the wetlands?
I believe it's 25 feet or 27 feet. 25 feet. And it would be from this point here over to this property line. 27 feet to the actual, 25 feet, sorry, right here to the actual wetland. But again, you've got about a 5 or 6 foot wall at the top there before it goes over.
Okay.
The Board of Health has approved the variances on this at their last hearing, just to let the commission know.
Okay. And where are they going to stockpile the material? Is it going to be up by the road?
Stockpiling is going to have a slurry pit back in this area here between the well and the wetland area.
Okay.
Hey, Jack, how big is that slurry pit? What size wattle are you looking to use?
I think we showed like a typical 6-inch, but if the commission wanted to go with a larger wattle, I don't think there would be an issue with that. You know, I personally have never seen a slurry pit go in, but I can't imagine it more than 5 or 6 feet across.
Thanks.
You think that's okay, Sam?
I'd probably go a little bit bigger. Personal thoughts on that.
What size would you recommend?
I'd probably go 8.
Okay.
For those who are not that familiar with this, what is the purpose of a slurry?
So,
Yeah,
Go
sorry,
ahead.
you can go, Jack.
So when they're drilling the well, it's the material that the drill actually bores through and comes up. They usually put water down there to keep the head cool, and all that material will eventually come percolating back up through the top of that drill hole. So that has to give it a place to go. So
Okay.
they'll get
And
in
then-
there, they'll dig it out. You know, they'll have 2 guys working the rig. Usually one guy will be in there, you know, during the downtime while they're drilling and shoveling that stuff out, and to keep that pit available for the water to percolate back through and not just run down the bank and back into a wetland.
Okay, so where does the water end up going then? Just like back into the ground?
Yeah, it'll percolate back in. Basically, it's just so, because it's a mud slurry that comes
Mhm.
out of there, you want to protect that from wandering down into the wetland area.
Okay,
There's a lot of suspended solids in it, so it doesn't do the wetlands that much good.
yeah.
Correct.
understood. What happens to the solids? That just remains right there, or do you remove it later?
No, they'll remove it later. They'll take it off site.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Hey, Jim, I had a question.
Sure.
Was the well replacement part of the original plan?
No, it was not.
So is it appropriate to put it in as an amended order of conditions, or should it be a new, um, a new NOI on this?
The other one hasn't been closed out yet, so that's why we went this way instead of having a second order open.
So Jack, the file number is 1120742. Is that the current one?
I'm in between computers right now, Jim, so I don't have that information.
Okay, that's what I have here.
So if that's-
It's what I have as the number. Back to Sue's point. So it's an amendment to the existing DEP file number, right?
Correct.
And I
So
was just trying to verify that the file number is the same thing here. I would assume it is.
It should be, because I talked to Rebecca and Lauren about the correct procedure to do this, and they wanted to see this as a amended order versus opening up a second one.
So will this go back to DEP for comments?
It already has, yes. So
Okay,
it's basically like filing a new notice of
Yeah.
intent. It goes to them and it goes to you guys.
Did we hear back from them on this amendment?
I have not heard anything. I can check their website right now while you guys have any other questions that I could possibly answer.
Jack, do you have an anticipated depth of the well? Do you know what the old one was?
The old one was basically a shallow well that was built inside the basement at some point, Sam.
That makes sense as to why they want to drill a new one.
I don't see, I don't think they reestablish a file number for that. Jim, what was the file number again?
112-0742.
0742. Yeah, they just have the old comments up from when we originally filed with you guys.
Okay.
So they haven't put anything up on their site. I don't think they would. Believe it or not, this is my first amended order conditions that I've ever dealt with. So procedurally with DEP, I'm not sure how that would work, if they have to reset a whole new set of comments or not.
I don't see any here. Okay. Okay, other commission questions, comments?
I mean, I think if we are getting DEP comments, I don't know if we are, but I think we need to wait for that. That would be my only thought.
Okay, yeah, it's a good point, Sue. Jack, are you okay if we continue this until we get DEP comments?
Sure, I can email the circuit rider in the morning to see if there's any sort of a holdup on their end, and any sort of questions coming back to us at any point, or comments.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
We could do that.
Thanks, Jack.
Yeah, appreciate
No
it.
worries.
Thanks.
What
Okay.
would the next meeting date be, Jim?
I believe it is the
16th?
16th. Yeah, I believe it's the 16th, Jack.
Thank you.
And I don't know what the first available opening is. Lauren's out sick today, so we're a little bit shorthanded here.
That's fine. I just want to get an idea on meeting date.
Okay. Any other questions, comments? Anyone from the public here to comment on this? Okay, with that said, I'd like to make a motion that we continue the hearing for 98 Berlin Road, map 4C, parcel 1, DEP file number 112-07042 until our next meeting on December 16th. Do I hear a second?
Second?
All in favor, say aye, starting with Scott.
Aye.
Sue?
Aye.
Sam?
Aye.
And Paul?
Aye.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Jack.
See you on the 16th.
Thank you.
All righty.
Thanks, Jack.
Thanks, Jack.
You're welcome. See ya.
Okay. Okay, we're on time here. Yeah. Okay, the Bolton Conservation Commission will now continue the public hearing regarding a notice of intent under the provisions of Mass General Law, Chapter 131, Section 40 of the Wetlands Protection Act, and under Bolton Wetland Bylaw, Chapter 233, for a request for amendment order of conditions for 711, 713 Main Street, DEP file number 1120734. And I see Tim is here. Good evening, Tim.
Good evening.
Can you walk us through where we are right now? And I think, as I understand it, you were putting together a chart and a table to look at square feet.
Yep, that's exactly right. And if I can share my screen, I'll share the graphic for that chart with you all.
If you could, thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right. So most of this will look familiar. Can you all see my screen?
Yes. Can you
Okay.
blow it up just a little bit?
Yep. So I'm just stay out here just long enough to get you acclimated, hopefully remembering where we've been. And I'll zoom into our table here. And we had, how's that? Is that legible?
Yes.
Okay. So these are the categories that we were reminded by Rebecca that we should be quantifying. And we've gone through that list, a summary with her once, and she offered some corrections just to the kind of, we had initially misunderstood the divisions. But the differences, the way the table works here, down the left, we've got the 25-foot no disturb zone, followed by the 30-foot no disturb zone, the area of bordering vegetated wetlands, the 100-foot upland adjacent resource area / 100-foot buffer zone, and then the 225-foot riverfront area. So the total portion of our lot within that first resource area is 6,103 square feet. The existing portion of that that's altered is 4,986 square feet. In our current or original order of conditions, we had proposed to alter 873 square feet. We're now seeking permission to increase that alteration from 873 to 912. Moving down to the slightly broader no disturb zone there, the total portion of our lot within that resource area was 7,233. Of that, 6,116 had been altered, prior to our project. Our order of conditions identified 993 square feet to be altered. We're now seeking permission to increase that 993 to 1,159. The area of bordering vegetated wetlands, we've got approximately 8 square feet, and it's really just this little sliver here. And our order of conditions did not include any alteration to that area, and we're not proposing a change to that now. Within the 100-foot adjacent upland resource area / buffer zone, I believe this number represents the entirety of our site, 11,595. Of that area, 10,478 square feet had been altered, have been altered for some very long time. We propose to alter 3,415 within the original order of conditions, and we're now proposing to reduce that area of alteration to 2,902 square feet. Within the broader riverfront area, again, the same 11,595, the same 10,478 was originally altered, and the order of conditions from a couple years back allowed for the 3,514, and the metric turns out to be the same here. We're seeking permission to reduce that to the 2902. And I hope this is more helpful than confusing, but for my own sense of sort of desire to try to track and represent those changes, we put together the kind of before and after, or existing order of conditions on the left, and requested amendment on the right. So this furthest right column here represents is represented by the graphics at the bottom right, and this second from right column here represents the current order of conditions. And if it's helpful, I'm happy to back up to the sort of most basic level of the ask. I recognize there's a new member on the board. Mr. Chair, would you like me to do that, or you want to just keep it right here?
I think we're good.
Okay.
I did discuss this with Rebecca, and she was comfortable with the chart and
Okay.
what you're showing. But let me open it. I don't have any questions, but let me open it up to other commission members.
Okay.
Commission members, questions, comments?
I'm good.
Yeah, I don't have any questions, but I just wanted to thank Tim for this particular graphic. This helps a lot.
Oh, well,
I appreciate that.
Happy to do it. It was yeah, I was uncomfortable proceeding without it. I just felt like the numbers weren't really meaning a lot to me.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I'm a very visual person, so this helps a lot.
Great, thank you. Me too.
Any other questions? Okay, any members of the public here to comment on this project? Not seeing any. Okay, Tim, request for you. Again, I did discuss this with Rebecca, and it's going to take a little bit of time to write up the order of conditions. So is it okay if we close out the meeting? We'll close out the hearing on this project tonight, and then at our next meeting, we'll issue the order of conditions.
Yeah, that sounds great to me. Do you anticipate voting tonight?
We're going to vote to close the public hearing.
But
Right,
you won't vote on the request.
Well, until the order of conditions gets written up by Rebecca, because this is fairly complicated. It takes a little bit to write everything up.
Okay. Makes sense to me. Would it be too much to ask for a sort of a straw poll, just so I can convey to my client whether we've made some progress?
Well, I think you'll get that vis-a-vis closing out the meeting, right? Because once we close it out, there's no other comments that are going to be open.
Okay.
Okay, with that said, I would like to make a motion that we close the public hearing for 711, 713 Main Street, DEP file number 112-0735. Do I hear a second for closing the meeting?
Second.
All in favor, say aye, starting with Scott.
Aye.
Sue.
Aye.
Sam.
Aye.
Paul.
Aye.
And I am an aye as well. So we'll get that written up, Tim, for our next meeting, which is on December 16th.
Okay. Thanks very much.
Okay, thank you.
Appreciate it. Stay warm.
Okay, thank you. You too. Okay, the Bolton Conservation Commission will now continue the public hearing regarding a notice of intent under the provisions of Mass General Law, Chapter 131, Section 40, and under the Bolton Wetlands Bylaws, Chapter 233, for 443 Still River Road, map 8B, parcel 32, BEP file number 112-0764. We do have a member of the commission that is here that has a direct interest in this property. Scott, could you please recuse yourself?
Yep, this is Scott Garrett. I will recuse myself from this conversation as I'm the property owner.
Thank you. And Scott, I'm going to ask you, as I understand it, you folks are looking for a continuation. Is that correct?
Yes, we're waiting to hear back from the natural heritage response on things that were discussed on the prior piece, where we were looking at invasive species mitigation as an offset, and they have not responded as of today.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, with that said, I'd like to make a motion that we continue the hearing for 443 Still River Road, map 8B, parcel 32, DEP file number 1120764 until our next meeting on December 16th. Do I hear a second to continue?
Oh, Jim, I'm sorry, before you vote.
Yep.
It may be beneficial for the commission because it may be a month or longer before we hear back from Heritage, particularly with the holidays coming up. I might recommend that I don't know if we can postpone it until, but it is likely I will not be prepared for the 16th either.
No,
So
that's
I don't
okay.
know if
Just
you want to
continue.
postpone it and then we can just seek to be added back onto the next availability once we have their response.
No, we'll continue to the next meeting, and then if it's
Okay.
not ready at the next meeting, we'll just keep on continuing.
Thank you.
So we'll keep it on the agenda. Okay, do I hear a second to continue?
Second.
All in favor, say aye, starting with Scott. Oh, no, sorry.
No,
Sue?
recused.
Yep, Sue,
Aye.
Sam,
Aye.
Paul,
Aye.
and I am an aye as well. Okay. Next up, the Bolton Conservation Commission will now consider a request for certificate of compliance for 0 Butternut Lane, map 6E, parcel 34, DEP file number 112-0734. And Matt, I think I saw you here.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get my audio. Can you hear me okay?
We can hear you okay.
Oh, good. I was just trying to get my picture up here. Not really sure how to do a start video. Okay. All right, there I am. Okay. I had this on so I can see.
Okay. So Matt, as I understand it, the site is, there was a site visit, Rebecca went on a site visit, the site's stable, that you had, put in some fencing for demarcation, and it looks like you installed memorialization markers in naturalized areas, and you planted some flowers. The issue, as I see it right here, is that you put in a garden that was in the buffer zone.
Yes. Yes. And we talked about that last meeting. And Brian seemed to think that was okay because it was in the green area where it was going to be just green grass anyways. And so my understanding was that would be fine.
Okay. So there's a couple issues, right? And it seems like, so if you want to keep the garden where it is, then that means you're going to have to give up some other area for buffer zone, right? So if you take out X square feet for garden, you have to give up other pieces of your land to be no touch zones.
I'm going up to the stone wall. So I'm giving up another almost 3 feet against that wall, about 125 feet times 3. If you look at that, that was all with where I planted those wildflowers that were accepted, the Jerusalem artichokes, which I sent a photograph. I think I don't know if that was I think the issue that we're going forward with from last meeting was the markers and making sure the posts and rails were installed.
Yeah, no, we're
I
good.
sent photographs. Did you get the photographs?
Yeah, no, we got everything. The only thing that's still open as an issue is the garden.
No, I thought we talked about that last meeting. It wasn't an issue.
I don't remember talking about that in the last meeting, and someone can correct me if I'm wrong.
I do, because I was really nervous about it, and when I left the meeting, I was relieved because and maybe a couple of the other commissioners can read.
Yeah, Jim, I'm almost positive we talked about the garden being okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
I would agree
I-
with Sue because I think because of it was semi-permeable with the gravel and with the thing in
Right.
there, I thought we had, I think where the hangup was is it wasn't on the as-built
Yes.
plan and we were
Yeah.
asking it be
Yes.
added.
Yep.
I don't remember there being a conversation and I may be
Yeah.
forgetting, but I don't remember a specific conversation about additional offset in regards to the garden.
Correct.
Yeah, no, I think so. I think you're right. So thank you, folks.
So I had an as-built done.
Did
And
you
then,
add the garden to the as-built plan?
yes, I did. I
Okay.
actually did 2 revisions with Jim at Cornerstone because Rebecca asked to add in a couple other items. I'm not sure what they were, but I forwarded them to my, so I had a revision. I did an as-built, a final as-built as requested by Rebecca. And then I sent it to her. She looked it over and then she made me do it again. So I had to redo it and send it back. And it was just some revisions. It was not a big deal, but we had plenty of time for this next meeting, which worked out good. And it was really just the markers, making sure you had a final as-built showing where the garden was. And I think that would pretty much be, hopefully it is, get the final certificate of compliance. And I think I did everything that was requested by the commission.
Jim, if you want, I can pull it up in the in the shared folder. It does the revised as built is in there and
Okay.
it does reflect the garden. So
Okay.
let me share my screen real quick
Sure.
so that the commission can see as well.
Thank you.
Hopefully you're able to see.
Yep.
All right. Oh, move that over here. So looks like this was the part that was added in, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Excellent. Thank you. Okay, well, that answers that question. So thank you. Any commission members have any other questions, comments? Okay, any members of the public here? Questions, comments?
Nope, just me.
Okay, let's see here. I believe this is a roll call vote, but maybe I'll let me see. I'm trying to see how to say this. Well, let me see. I'd like to make a motion that we issue a certificate of compliance for 0 Butternut Lane, map 6E, parcel 34, DEP file number 112-0734. Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye, starting with Scott.
Aye.
Sue,
Aye.
Sam,
Hi.
and Paul,
Aye.
and I am an aye as well.
Great.
Thanks,
You guys.
Thanks for bearing with me.
No problem. I think we covered every base that was requested. So
Appreciate it.
I appreciate it. It was nice meeting everyone, and hopefully we could get to do this again someday. Or maybe
Enjoy
not.
your garden, Matt.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Matt.
There's plenty of food for everyone to go around.
Take care. Thank you.
All right, guys, have a good night and have a great holidays, you guys. Okay?
You too.
Take care now.
Okay, up next, the Bolton Conservation Commission will now consider a request for extension for order of conditions for Mallard Lane, map 2C, parcel 15-1, DEP file number 112-717, submitted by Jim. Jim, hi, good evening. You're on mute, Jim, if you're trying to talk.
Mute myself.
There you go.
Good evening. So my name is Jim Moran. I'm the owner of Mallard Lane. It's been a long project, but we've rounded the corner. So what Rebecca and I had discussed a while ago, like a month ago, is that the order conditions were getting ready to expire, so I needed to file for an extension. So I sent over to the commission a letter requesting the extension and kind of outlining the timeline of what we got left. Fortunately for us, the majority of the excavation is done and completed. The binder's in, the utilities are in. We're getting, we just got a permit to do a foundation on Unit 8. So the majority of like I said, the majority of the excavation is completed. We're just gonna get ready to sell them. We have 4 that are spoken for. We have only 8 total, 2 of the 8 being affordable units that will go out to lottery, which will be a nice feature for maybe a Bolton resident, because they do get priority under the 40B application. Just to bring everybody up to speed, because the project's so old, they're actually detached condos, single story. They were brought to Bolton with a collaboration I had with several planners ago. Bolton being an AARP community with no single story living, that's how it was born. And then what happened after that was the Village Overlay District recently got approved. So what we were trying to do is diversify the housing stock with a project like this and with the Village Overlay District. So, like I said, majority of the construction is done, other than, digging a foundation. All the utilities are in, the roads in. So we're here before to ask the commission to grant an extension on the order conditions.
Okay, thank you. And under the Bolton Conservation Bylaws, the extension is 1 year.
Okay.
Okay, I am fine with this. Let me open it up to other commission members. Questions, comments? See none. Any members of the public here that would like to comment on this? Okay, I'm going to do a roll call vote. So I'd like to take a roll call vote to approve the request for extension of order of conditions for Mallard Lane, map 2C, parcel 15.1, DEP file number 112-0717 for an additional year per the local wetlands bylaw. Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye, starting with Scott.
Aye.
Sue,
Aye.
Sam,
Aye.
Paul,
Aye.
and I am an aye as well.
All right. Thank you so much. Have a
All
good
set,
night.
Jim. Thank you.
Right.
Okay, next up is a discussion for 580 Main Street, map 4C, parcel 24.1, DEP file number 112-0719, regarding proposed revisions to previously approved grading in 2 areas on site to construct landscape mounds located within the 100-foot buffer zone for the BWV and the 200-foot riverfront area of Great Brook. Is the representative or the applicant here to discuss this? Not seeing any. So let me go a little bit further here. So there was some questions about should you do an amended order of conditions or what's the legal procedure to amend this order. So Rebecca did talk with the applicant and they actually did agree that it has to be an amendment. And they'll have to file for it. So we are basically doing a roll call just to say, yes, you need to do amended order of conditions for this additional work that's going on. Questions, anyone? Comments? Okay. So I'd like to take a roll call vote to establish a request for an amended order of conditions for 580 Main Street, map 4C, parcel 24.1, DEP file number 112-0719. Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye, starting with Scott.
Aye.
Sue,
Aye.
Sam,
Aye.
Paul,
Aye.
and I am an aye as well. Okay, next up is a discussion and vote. Conservation restriction on Hazel and Zaka properties. I think these were in the package. I think I see, who do I see here? Oh, hi, Andrew. Do you want to talk about this one, Andrew? Is this one you want to talk about?
Sure. Yeah, that's why I'm here tonight.
Yeah, if you could.
Yeah, the Bolton Conservation Trust has recently purchased a few parcels of land, and typically we partner with the town. So if the town owns a parcel, the trust will hold a conservation restriction, and vice versa. If we own a parcel, we will ask the town to hold a conservation restriction on that as a check and balance to make sure that it is, you know, protected in the conditions of the conservation restriction. So we acquired a 20-acre parcel near Bowers Springs, and then another couple parcels totaling about 10 acres near Warner Road and the Zinc Northwoods conservation areas. So we are bringing all three total parcels in front of the commission tonight.
Okay.
Hopefully you received the red line, I guess, conservation restriction language, or at least Rebecca has reviewed it and provided
Yeah,
some
so
guidance.
what we're doing is we're gonna make a request to the select board.
Mhm.
So it's a roll call vote to recommend to the select board to authorize and execute a CHAR on behalf of the town of Bolton. Okay, thank you. Questions, commission members, questions, comments? Any members of the public here? Okay, so this is going to be a roll call vote to authorize and execute the conservation restrictions on behalf of the town of Bolton. So when we read it here, I'd like to take a roll call vote to consider accepting and respectfully asking the select board to authorize and execute conservation restrictions on behalf of the town of Bolton, acting through its Bolton Conservation Commission for the 3 properties of 2 parcels of Hazel and the 1 parcel of Zeka, as referenced this evening. All in favor say aye, starting with Scott.
Aye.
Sue,
Hi.
Sam,
Aye.
Paul,
Aye.
and I am an aye as well. Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you.
Okay, next up is a discussion on the Tom Delaney Nature Camp for 2026. The Bolton Conservation Trust is requesting permission to hold the Tom Delaney Nature Camp at Bower Springs in 2026, as they have done in previous years. There's really not a whole lot here, but any commission members have any questions, comments? Rebecca would like to take another week or so to write up any conditions on the vote. But so this is just comments, questions, any feedback, I guess. And me personally, I'm fine with it. It seems to work very well, so I have no problem.
I noticed that she mentioned, you know, a lot of use, right, and erosion. Do you think the camp is a big contributor to that, or is it just a general public? And I know it's very much used, this area, so I wonder if she had any concern about actually the camp being there.
Yeah, I didn't see any. It's a good point. That's a good question too. I don't know the answer to that. Andrew, any insight into that?
I didn't quite hear all of it. Was it the erosion at the beach that you're referring to, or like what is the concern?
That's maybe the biggest issue with the whole thing, but I was just curious if she felt that the camp is a significant contributor to that, or is it just a general use? I know that it's so popular, so I have a feeling the camp contributes, but not enough to create a problem for them.
I mean, the campers stick to a certain area, and I think the dogs stick to another when they enter the water. So I think it's more the dog area that's under the erosion stuff. So I can't really totally blame the camp, but they're certainly walking over there.
Okay, good. Thanks.
Good. Any other questions or comments? Any commission members? Anyone from the public here to comment on this? Seeing none. Okay, so we'll take this up in the next meeting to vote and discuss any sort of conditions if we want to put on the additional conditions. Okay, up next is our FY27 budget.
Thank you.
Thanks, Andrew. Appreciate it. Let's see here. I did do a little spreadsheet here. Let me try and share. Can you guys see my screen?
No.
No,
Not yet.
Can you see it
There
now?
we go.
Okay, can you see the chart here?
Yep.
Yep.
So what and Paul, I think this is your, I'm gonna ask you to comment on, this is your wheelhouse.
My
here.
favorite question. Yeah.
So basically what I did was, so I looked at, this was 20, this is where I was looking with the differences. So, so this is the 26 budget that got approved, right? It totaled $27,890. And I put in the line items for the request for 2027 budget. And then here's the deltas. So nothing went down, everything went up a little bit to the tune of 5%. So 27,890 up to 29,290 is the new number, and that's about a 5% from last year's budget. Questions? Comments?
yeah, who's covered under the salary portion? Is that one FTE? Is it a combination of multiple FTEs?
I think, so we have Rebecca, who's a conservation agent, it's her salary. And I think it's a portion of Lauren's salary. I think they divide her, she's like a half FTE for conservation and a half FTE for planning or some other department within the town. So I think we have a 1.5 FTEs for the commission. And I didn't include this, this was in here because I just didn't delete it. I didn't pay any attention to the salaries. It is what it is. The select board does that. It's really these line items here that we kind of control.
And what is the land capital improvement? What does that pay for?
I have to go pull up the details. Hold on. Find it.
I'm also looking at what was budgeted for 24 and what was spent in 24 was a lot less.
Let's see. Land capital, that's what it was, right?
Yeah.
So beaver problems and surveys. I think they want to do a lot she wants to do a lot of surveys this year. So that's what that is. So the beaver dams that's 1,500. That's kind of a running year by year maintenance thing. And then the surveys, I think that she wants to do a lot more surveying this year because I think that was a difference, right? Yeah, not that much. $500.
Yeah, there's very little difference.
Yeah,
This is-
I'm seeing the line item breakout right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's actually for managing 2,000 acres of conservation land. This is not a big budget.
No, I understand, but just I want to make sure I understand where
Yeah, no, good
it's
question.
going.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm good.
And I
though.
think-
Thank you for
yeah.
answering that.
Yeah,
I think the town has pretty much asked it to be flat, right? Wasn't that a request?
Yeah, and I did talk to Rebecca about this, and you know, it's 5% flat, right? In her
Yeah.
comment. Her comment was, yeah, it is, right? I mean, you can see like in 25, we were 37, then we went down to 27. So we cut 10 grand out of it. So
Yeah.
So it feels
Yeah, that was the
about right.
equipment, really the difference.
Yeah, right. Yep.
Is there a concern on them spending the budget cap? Because when we look at the actuals from 23 and the actuals from 24, well, I guess the actual spending for 29 matches, 27 matches, the spending in 24. Okay. Okay, I'm good. Yeah, it looks like the budget had a bump in 25 and then went back down in 26.
Yep. Okay. Okay, any other questions, comments? Okay. We all good with the budget?
Fine with me.
Okay. Okay, you're all set. I would like to take a roll call vote to accept the budget as drafted and discussed tonight. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor, say aye. Starting with Scott.
Aye.
Sue,
Bye.
Sam,
Can you hear me?
I did not hear you.
Oh, sorry, aye.
Okay, thank you. Paul,
Aye.
and I am an aye as well. Okay, let's see here. Enforcement updates. I think Matt gave us his update a little bit earlier on 30 North Road. 146 Hudson Road, Rebecca did a drive-by and she's got some questions and concerns about erosion control and whatnot. So she will be reaching out to the owner of that property. Get that straightened out. Meeting minutes. Did everyone get a chance? There's 3 meeting minutes. So did everyone get a chance to review the last 3 meeting minutes? Does anyone have any questions, updates? What they'd like to see, or do you need more time to review? Okay, seeing none. So I'm going to do a roll call vote. I'm going to do it for each one of the meetings, so bear with me if you could. I'd like to take a roll call vote to approve the 10/21 meeting minutes. All in favor, say aye, starting with Scott.
Aye.
Sue?
Aye.
Sam?
I don't remember if I was at that meeting and I apologize. I don't have it up. So does anybody know if I was there?
I don't think you were.
I don't think so. October was crazy. I recused myself.
Okay. Paul?
Aye.
Okay, and I am an aye as well. I'd like to roll call vote to approve the 11/4/2025 meeting minutes. All in favor, say aye, starting with Scott.
Aye.
Sue,
Aye.
Sam,
I was there for that one. Aye.
Paul,
I recuse myself. I was not there.
and I'll recuse myself too. I was not as well. Thank you. Okay, I'd like to take a roll call vote to approve the 11/18/2025 meeting minutes. All in favor, say aye, starting with Scott.
Aye.
Sue,
Aye.
Sam,
Recuse.
Paul,
Aye.
and I am an aye as well. Okay, just looking at other items here. I don't really see, there's really no updates to trail stewardship, the RC cost sharing program, Forest Legacy. Conservation Commission is full, and then there is still a land steward position available. Does anyone have any other questions, comments, additional things we would like to discuss? Okay, seeing none, I'd like to make a motion that we hereby adjourn the December 2nd, 2025 meeting of the Bolton Conservation Commission. Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye, starting with Scott. You're on mute, Scott.
I am. I was unmuted, then muted myself to say aye. So aye.
Thank you. Sue,
Aye.
Sam,
Aye.
Paul,
Aye.
and I am an aye as well. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate it. Have
Cool.
a good night.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Jim. Good job.
Okay, thank
Thanks,
you.
Jim.
Okay, bye.